Parade, advance, left, turn. Advance the colors. Pivot around. Color party! Deposit colors! Follow her up. Around the back. Color party, place, colors. Color party, fall in. So just march back around and go back to your original position. Parade, stand at east.
Okay, we will now sing the national anthem.
I'll bring them to attention. Parade, attention.
I'd just like to take a moment to acknowledge that we are gathered today on the shared traditional territories of the Claytley-Tenay First Nation and the Simp First Nation. I'll now call on our chaplain, Reverend Kim McNaughton, for the opening prayer.
Parade, stand at east. Stand easy.
If it's your tradition to pray, I invite you to do that with me now. We lift our hearts in thanksgiving to you, Holy One, for the lives of our veterans and their families, for all who have given their lives for liberty and justice, for all who returned from the horrors of war, and all who served on our own shores, for all who stayed behind and waited, and wrote letters and prayed, and all who worked to heal physical, mental, and spiritual wounds. We lift our hearts in thanksgiving to you, Holy One, for the lives of our veterans and their families. Help us to remember, lest we forget. Grant us your peace. I offer this prayer in your many names. Amen.
All right, we'll now call upon Lynn Lawless to play Last Post, followed by 2 minutes of silence, and then Rouse.
Parade! Attention!
that. We will now begin with the laying of the honorary wreaths for today.
Parade, stand at east.
For His Majesty King Charles III, Comrade Dave Blanchette.
Sir.
For the Government of Canada, Canadian Ranger Aaron Evans. For the Government of British Columbia and the residents of Prince George Valemount Riding, Comrade Jean Dennis. For the Regional District of Fraser-Fort George, Area H Director Danielle Allen. For the Village of Valemount, Mayor Owen Torgerson. For the 4th Canadian Ranger Patrol Group, Ranger Rob Buston. For the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Corporal Nicholas Thirette. For the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 266, President Pete Pearson. And for the fallen veterans of Branch 266, veteran Alice Olson. They shall, they shall not grow old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. Excuse me. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. Good morning on behalf of Royal Canadian Legion Branch 266. Welcome. We are pleased to have you join us here today. I'd like to take a few minutes to have a few opening comments. So this is a special time of year when we remember and show our gratitude for those members of the Canadian Armed Forces, Allied Forces, and RCMP who have given their lives for our freedoms today. We will always remember them. We also honor those still serving in our country in areas of conflict, those taking part in operations to maintain peace, and those serving on humanitarian missions. On Remembrance Day, supporters attend ceremonies like ours here in Valemount, or the national ceremony at the National War Memorial in Ottawa to respect, reflect, and remember. So 2024 marked the 80th anniversary of D-Day. June 6, 1944, over 1,000 Canadians gave their lives on a mission in France that arguably was a great turning point in the Second World War. May 7th of 2025 will mark the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Holland. Through the hard work, courage, and great sacrifice of Canadian and other Allied soldiers, the remaining German forces in the country surrendered on May 5th, 1945, finally liberating all of the Netherlands. All German forces would surrender May 7th, 1945, and that day was declared Victory in Europe, or VE Day. We also mark the 74th anniversary of a tragic event that occurred on November 21st, 1950, a mere 7 miles south of here at Canoe River. A westbound troop train of Canadian members of the 2nd Regiment of the Royal Canadian Horse Artillery, bound for the Korean conflict, collided head-on with an eastbound Continental passenger train. 17 soldiers and the 4 members of the head-end train crews perished in the collision. We honor their memory with the cairn here at our cenotaph. And we salute the men and women of the Royal Canadian Air Force who are this year celebrating their 100th anniversary. We pay special homage to the Air Force members whose lives were given in service to our country. Over 17,000 of them died during the Second World War alone. The Legion remains Canada's largest veteran support and community service organization. We have close to 260,000 members in 1,350 branches across the country and internationally as well. We understand that remembrance happens all year. By recognizing significant milestones and occasions throughout the year, we pay tribute to those who risked or gave their lives for the freedoms we enjoy today. We will always remember. I will now call upon Chaplain Reverend Kim McNaughton for a benediction.
Parade! Attend! Set! Parade! Stand at! Ace! Stand easy.
Before the benediction, which will be a blessing of peace, I share this reading from a Jewish fellow, P.J. Schwartz. In all that we do, we remember them. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the glowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the cool of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. And this benediction blessing for peace. May those who have suffered violence today, may an unexpected serenity surprise them. For those who risk their lives each day for peace, may their hearts glimpse providence at the heart of history. That those who make riches from violence and war might hear in their dreams the cries of the lost. That we might see through our fear of each other a new vision to heal our fatal attraction to aggression. That those who enjoy their privilege of peace might not forget their tormented brothers and sisters. That the wolf might lie down with the lamb, that our swords be beaten into plowshares. May no hurt or harm be done anywhere along the holy mountain. The blessing of the Holy One, the peace that passes all understanding, and the love and compassion and unity of community be yours. May it be so, and amen.
And thank you for that. We'll have just a couple closing remarks before we have the Royal Anthem and move indoors. So I'd like to a few thank yous today to excuse me, to all of you for attending. Standing out, this is not the worst day we've had for Remembrance Day, but it's not generally a warm day for us. So thank you for attending and respecting the tradition that is Remembrance Day and all it means to each of us. To our local veterans who come out in all weather, to our executive and members who made today possible, To all the local businesses and organizations that support us by hosting a poppy tray and by sponsoring a wreath. So take a moment. All these sponsored wreaths are in the patio on display. Take a moment to acknowledge them. Most importantly, the veterans, excuse me, who can't be here for making the sacrifice for our freedoms. As we move inside, please allow our veterans and seniors the opportunity to move inside first. And the programs didn't get handed out, but they are at the door. On the back of the program is a list of local area veterans. I did a little editing and there may be a couple errors, so I apologize for any omissions. And I was informed that our friend and veteran Michael Lewis was omitted on the list, so I apologize. Where are we at? Also, a special congratulations goes out today, to our own Master Corporal Sherry Lee G of the 4th Canadian Ranger Patrol for being chosen to be part of the Sentry program and carrying the Eagle staff at the national ceremony in Ottawa earlier today. I did watch some of that ceremony. I didn't get a chance to see Sherry, but congratulations to her. Thank you again, and we will now sing the Royal Anthem. Hopefully an ad doesn't come on my YouTube when I play it.
Parade! Attack! Set!
5 words you pronounce wrong 2 years before your brain starts shutting down. Dementia is now...
Sergeant Major, we can dismiss the parade.
Parade! To your duties! Dismissed!
Thank you, everybody. We can now move inside for some warm beverages, and Comrade Cheney has hamburgers and hot dogs. Come on in and share camaraderie.
Well, I'm here outside of Valemount Legion, branch number 266, with Legion President Pete Pearson. Pete, we're here after the Remembrance Day ceremony. What can you say about how the ceremony went today?
I think the ceremony went really well. I mean, with the weather we had a great turnout. I was really impressed with the number of people that we always get to come and stand outside with us for Remembrance Day. So I think the ceremony went really well.
Yeah, there was a great turnout considering it rained pretty much and the wind was pretty strong. Remembrance Day, right now we have two major active wars going on right now. Why is Remembrance Day important, and why should this generation be not forgetting about all the sacrifices that our service people have made?
Well, I think it's important for remembrance so that we can learn. With any chance of promoting remembrance with the younger generation, that maybe that's the opportunity that makes a change. Unfortunately, with what's going on in the world currently, I'm not sure what the end goal is there, but again, we have service members acting in a peacekeeping role and in both conflicts actually, and so it's important that not only do we remember the past and try and learn from that, but remember that our service members, when they come back, need our support. Everybody sees things that they don't need to see, and it affects them deeply. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I did see a number of children here today, and I do every year. And you are involved, the Legion, with the elementary school, with the children's art and essay program. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge part of us. Our Remembrance program is the poster and literary contest, and there's actually a video component to it as well. If kids choose to get creative with their devices and create a video for Remembrance Day, but it gives the elementary school and high school children a chance to express their thoughts on remembrance, and whether it's remembering a family member, a grandfather, a great-grandfather, or just service members in general. And it's always so rewarding seeing the artwork that comes out and how they perceive it. And so we're always proud to do it and present certificates for the winning posters and essays every year.
That's great. Well, thank you very much for doing this and for helping us to continue. As you said in your comments, we do remember all year round, but this is a special time where we can really focus our memories and our prayers on those who have gave the ultimate sacrifice for the country.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, we put on the uniform all year round as a sign of remembrance and to help veterans in the community. And just little things that are social media posts, whatever it takes, of reminders of significant dates in history that we can use as remembrance.
Well, thanks again for doing this. We really appreciate it. The community really appreciates it.
Great, thank you very much.